violent interracial crime, black-white crime. There are about 1 million acts of violent black-white crime any given year. By violent, I mean rape, murder, robbery with aggravated manslaughter. About 90% of that involves a black perpetrator and 90% involves a white victim.
The attacks continued with teens pounding on cars and knocking people off of motorcycles and throwing punches. Witnesses say it was racially motivated.
It was a mob of 400 or 500 black kids. There were young black men running around beating on people. And we're like, let's get the heck out of here. And as the light turned, I got attacked from behind.
Police say several people were hospitalized with serious injuries. It all happened on the first night of the Wisconsin State Fair.
You have no ethnic pride. You're married to a white woman. You want to be white. Now, was she racist because she didn't have power? Was she not racist because she didn't have power? It doesn't make any sense. Black people can be racist. It doesn't matter whether you have power or whether you don't have power. And the fact is, black people are doing all sorts of hideous things to whites, when if it happened the other way around, we'd be yelling and screaming.
30 to 50 black kids between the ages of 9 and 18 turned violent out of the blue.
They just came up behind us and they just jumped on us and started beating people up.
Marty tried to help a friend who got hit in the back of the head.
Next thing you know, I had 10 kids around on me, kicking me in the head, hit me in the back of the head.
All I could think was, just don't let them die.
Mexican drug cartels have developed an intricate network using cities like Atlanta as major distribution hubs and bringing with them a brand of violence rarely seen this far away from the border.
The live grenade tossed into this club near McAllen, Texas just a few weeks ago didn't go off, but federal agents who investigated matched the weapon to other grenades used in violent attacks in Mexico.
Their purpose is to come to the United States and take over. And the way they take over is very violent. We're seeing signs of people being tortured and brutally beaten all across the United States.
Being in violation of immigration statutes can only lead to one thing: violation of people's basic fundamentals.
Oh, kiss my behind! You violated our political rights, our legal rights, our health rights. I'm sick of this double talk from these criminals. How much can we take of this garbage? They have Congress representing them. Illegal aliens. Think of how far you've fallen as an American. Think of what your father was compared to you. You worm, you listening to this show. Think of what your grandfather was compared to you, you lousy worms. You know, I'm so fed up with the American male I could scream. You're nothing compared to your father and your grandfather. They never would have let these people represent illegal aliens over you. You let them run wild over your country. You know what? You deserve to lose your country. You deserve to lose everything because you lost your self-respect. But they protect Muslims. Now, what do? Nothing. Internet pornography. Take me out to the ball gang, you schmucks, you. You got just what you deserved. You've lost your country. on this radio show, screaming my guts out for 16 years, trying to wake you up like Paul Revere himself. Many of you laughed at me. Many of you called me names. Many of you called me the problem. Many of you called the illegal alien the solution. Many of you called the criminals the solution and the patriots the problem. We've fallen to such an extent that Navy SEALs right now are on trial for their very freedom because one of them may have punched an arrested terrorist in the stomach while they were interrogating him. That's after the terrorists killed some of their friends. Can you imagine your father's military putting men on trial for punching an enemy in the stomach? Look what you've let happen.